Hello students, this is Pallav sir, and today in this session I will explain all the sums of question number 7 and question number 8 of exercise 12.1 chapter 12 ratio and proportion. So we have 4 sums in question number 7. So what we have to do in question number 7, we have to find the ratio. Now let us see what is the first sum written. In sum number A, it is given 30 minutes to 1.5 hours. Now as you see, these two terms are not carrying the same units. In the first term, the unit is minutes, and in the second term, the unit is hours. So which is the bigger unit? Obviously hours. So we have to change the hours into the minute form. So as we know that 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. So if I have to change 1.5 hours to minutes, then I have to multiply 60 with 1.5. In that way, the units will be changed. That is, 1.5 hours will be changed to a minute form. Now, how to do this? 60 into 1.5 can be written as 15 by 10. Now let us reduce this to zeros. So 15 6 is 90 minutes. Okay. Now we are in the position to find the ratio now. Now it is in the position 30 minutes to 90 minutes. Okay. So now required ratio would be, therefore, the required ratio would be equals to 30 minutes by, in place of 1.5 hours, we'll write 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Now let us reduce this. Now this minutes and minutes will be reduced. Now then we'll reduce this 2 zeros, and finally we'll reduce 3 and 9 with 3. This 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, and this would be equals to 1 by 3. And as because you have to give your answer in ratio form, so as we have discussed in our previous video, so we have to give the answer in the form of 1:3. So this is your final answer, students. Fine. So now let's move on to sum number B of question number 7. So here it is. So in sum number B, we have 40 centimeter to 1.5 meter. Again, as you see, the first unit is having centimeter as unit, and the second term is having as meter as unit. So we have to change the meter form to a centimeter form first. So as we know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So 1.5 meter would be how much centimeter? For that, we have to multiply 100 with 1.5, and the unit will be centimeter now. So now let's solve this. So 1.5 can be written as 15 by 10. Now let us reduce these 2 zeros. So it would be 150 centimeter. Now let us find out the required ratio then. So therefore, the required ratio would be equals to, what is the first term written? 40 centimeter by, now 1.5 meter means what? 150 centimeter. Now let's reduce this. First of all, we reduce this centimeters, then zeros. So this 4 and 15 cannot be reduced any further. So it would look like 14 by 15. And finally, we have to give our answer in ratio form. So in that way, the required ratio is 4:15. Okay. Now let's move on to sum number C. So here is sum number C. So in sum number C, we have 55 paise to rupee 1. Okay, again you see the units are not matching. So obviously we'll change the bigger unit to a smaller unit. So in this question, rupee is greater than paise. So we know that 1 rupee would be equals to how many paise? 100 paise. Fine. So therefore, required ratio would be equals to 55 paise by, in place of rupee man we'll write 100 paise. Now let's reduce this. First we'll reduce this paise and paise. Now we'll reduce this 55 and 100 by 5. So 5 11s are, 5 20s are. So that's it. We cannot reduce furthermore, so it will look like 11 by 20 and the final answer would look like 11 is to 20. Fine. So let's move on to the last sum of question number 7, that is sum number D. And what is there in sum number D? 500 ml to 2 liters. Now liter is a bigger unit compared to ml, so we first have to convert this liter to a ml form. So we know that 1 liter is equals to 1000 ml. So 2 liter will be equals to what? 2 into 1000 ml. So that will give you 2000 ml. Okay. Now therefore the required ratio would be equals to 500 ml upon, in place of 2 liters what we will write now, 2000 ml. Now let's reduce this. So first of all we'll reduce ml, then we'll reduce these 2 zeros. So now in the numerator 5 is there and denominator only 20 is there. Now we can further reduce this 5 and 20 with 5. So 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20, so it will look like 1 by 4. So your final answer is 1 is to 4. So that's it. So this is all about question number 7. Now let's move on to question number 8. Yes, now in question number 8 we have 2 characters. No, only 1 character is there. So in a year, Seema earns rupees 1,50,000. In a year, that is in 12 months, she earns 1,50,000 and saves rupees 50,000. Now what you have to do? We have to find the ratio. Now what is the ratio in the sum number A? Money she earns to the money she saves. So we'll write required ratio. So required ratio would be what? Money she earns. So it is already given in the question, upon money she saves. This is also given in the question, money she saves. Now how much money she earns? 1,50,000. And how much money she saves? 50,000. Okay, now let's reduce this. So we'll reduce all the zeros. Okay, so that will be 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15. So your required ratio would be 3:1. Okay, now let's move on to the last sum of question number 8. Now in this you have to find out money she saves, which is already given in the question, to the money she spends. Now we do not know how much money she spends, we have to find out. So money she spends. So how to find out this part? That is, money she spends is money she earns minus money she saves. This is a simple thing. This is how you can find out how much money she spends, isn't it? So how much money she earns? 1,50,000. And how much money she saves? That is 50,000. So you get the answer as 1 lakh. That means 1 lakh rupees she spends. Now we can easily find out the ratio now. So what is the required ratio? So therefore required ratio would be equals to money she saves, money she saves, upon money she spends. Now, what money she saves? 50,000. 50,000. And what money she earns? She spends, that is 1 lakh rupees. 1 2 3 4 5. Yes. Now let's reduce this. So reduce all the zeros. 4 zeros. 1 2 3 4 4 zeros. So 5 and 10 is there. So 5 ones are 5. 5 twos are 10. Now the required ratio is 1:2. Okay, so this is a solution of sum number B, and that's it for today's session. I hope all of you have understood all the sums which I have explained today. So thank you so much, students. God bless you. Take care and be safe.